Hi, I'm Sara Ford from Microsoft. I'm the program manager for Coplex. It's Microsoft's open source project hosting site.
Thanks, Sarah. So tell us something about the conference here that you were at, the Community Leadership Summit.
Yeah, Community Leadership Summit.
And your experiences as a woman in technology and some of the things that you've been passionate about or that make you passionate.
How much battery life do you have?
Well, I don't know.
You have no idea what question you just asked me. Talk
Okay.
about what you're passionate about. Yeah, how much time is left? Well, Community Leadership Summit, it was a unconference or an open space. And I never really got open spaces until I attended one, because I thought all the value came from just public speaking and being able to share what you've learned with an audience.
Right.
But as soon as I attended one of my first open spaces, I said I would never go back. I love this unconference style. I love the fact that whoever gets together and has the conversation is the right conversation. And if you're not getting value, you can do the law of 2 feet, where you can leave and walk and find somewhere else to go, and no one's insulted, no one's taking it personally, or worse, as a speaker, you're like, oh no, I'm going to get bad evals. It's just great, and I get so much information out of it. And we were earlier talking about Twitter. Instead of taking notes on my laptop, I actually tweeted all of the key things I found, oh, that's a great quote, going on Twitter. Yeah, what was the one about? It's amazing what people will do for a little badge on the forums. And someone else shouted out, just like kindergarten, do whatever it takes. Yeah, that's going up on Twitter. But it's community, just being able to tweet about what it means. Community. One of the best quotes I ever heard was, community is about being excellent to each other. And the best thing about this conference is I get to find other people like me, other community leaders that just get community. I say that it's because I'm from New Orleans, where New Orleans we are all about people. We are all about being social. We are all about the food. We will invite you to our house before we even know your first name, because it's like, hey, you're here, I'm here, let's go, it's New Orleans.
Let's eat.
Let's party, let's eat, let's talk about the restaurants we've been and the restaurants we want to go to.
That's how social media is too.
How social media is too. Let's talk about where we are and where we want to be. And but using the devices we have in common, oh, you're on Twitter, I'm on Twitter, let's talk online. But you asked me about being a woman in tech and all. I grew up in rural Mississippi. I was very, very fortunate that my mom got me my first computer when I was 5. It was a Texas Instrument 994A home computer, and one of the first games I had for it was an RPG style Return to Pirates
Cove or something?
Island. Return to Pirates Island, or a Pirate's Adventure, and written by Scott Adams. And I know that because I've had to contact him. Your game is the reason why I'm a Microsoft employee and got into tech.
It's his fault.
Yeah, but I was just so fascinated that the computer could read English, what I typed, and why a kitchen did not have why a kitchen didn't have a refrigerator, because it's I'm 7 years old. Of course a kitchen has a refrigerator. No, the game doesn't know that. That's not part of the game. The adult will go crazy trying to translate all the game to me, but I'm no, I'm going to figure this out. So I learned pretty early on that I like game theory. I like tinkering with different models and just trying to figure out how stuff works.
Right.
So I guess in a way, growing up in rural Mississippi, kind of on my own, by myself, I'm an only child, I never really knew that, computers were for boys. I hear those things from time to time from people, oh, that's a boy thing.
Oh, really?
Well, from people who share experiences, they'll say, oh, girls do this and boys do that.
Oh.
Or girls go to ballet and boys play soccer.
Right.
For me, it's I like soccer, I like climbing trees, I like jeans, and I like computers. So I kind of just grew up that if I like it, that's just what I do.
Right.
Went to college, did a computer science and math double major. Was planning to go for a PhD in computer graphics, but life happened and ended up at Microsoft. Life happens when you make plans.
Yeah.
And I've been at Microsoft now for 8 years. And I don't really see I just see not so much me as a woman in technology, I just see me as Sara Ford at Microsoft, and I'm a very, very outgoing introvert. It takes me forever to take that first inch, but if I you can get me to take that first inch, I go a yard. Kind of like this video, you know,
Okay.
like, kind of quiet. Oh yeah, I got. Do you want to talk? Yeah, sure, I want to talk. Yeah, how much time we have left? Yeah, but yeah, that's the thing is I like being able to talk to people. I love the community aspect. I was right at the beginning of the blogger wave at Microsoft. It was like the 300-ish blogger. Was in Business Week article in 2004, blogging with the boss's blessing, because I blogged about not giving a homeless man money. Because I offered to go into the grocery store where he was standing at and buy him something. And he's like, nah, I just want $10. And so I blogged about that, and the reporter's like skimming all the RSS feeds from all the blogs at the time, like, this one looks interesting, and clicked on it, and it saw that I had both tech and non-tech content, and she's like, I want to talk to this one. And that's always like been like my style. It's like, this is who I am, and it's like on Twitter or on blogging, I don't just talk about me as like corporate. Oh, I'm program manager for Coplex. I always try to share something personally, make a human connection.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, you're from New Orleans, I'm gonna follow you on Twitter, or just whatever. It's so there are. Like women, like one of the biggest things for women in technology, I think the thing that we could, the call to action.
There you go.
The call to action, yes, to wrap this up, the call to action is for women in technology. Let's not spend so much time focusing on how we can get more women in technology. Let's focus on the other side of the same coin, which is what can we do to empower ourselves and help ourselves. I had one guy tell me that the reason why there's not as many women in technology is because they're looking at people like me and saying, women like me, and they're like, oh, Sarah, you're so, you've been there for 8 years and you're doing all these things. I can't measure up to that, so I'm not even going to try. I don't even know how to get started. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Do you know where I came in that? Like, I didn't know how to do, like, dir in the command shell because to list the files, because I was used to Linux and doing, like, ls. And I had to ask people, like, how do you, like, do the file directory? And yeah, so, like, I'm starting from zero. Like, if anyone could do it, if I can do it, anyone can do it. So I love for, like, if anyone's, like, struggling with this problem, like, stop doing the lunches. Please, stop doing the lunches and what we can do to help women in technology, like, or get more women in. Let's start doing, like, technical content. Have technical presentations by women. If you're not a formal speaker, who cares? Let's get a different track. Let's get like a BOF. Let's get something going where it's all like, let's have an entire track just by women speakers. Or if anyone has any like professional speaking tips, that's what I can bring to the table and say, hey, is this your first time public speaking? Let me share with you all the things that I've learned the hard way, so you don't have to. So yeah, I just noticed that your arm's getting tired. So again, I won't let your battery run out because I could just sit here and talk for myself for 2 hours.
It's a good start, though.
Thank you very much,
Yeah,
Sarah. I really
this-
appreciate
I
it.
hope this helps. And
It
I am
helps
the
a
Empire.
ton. Yeah, you are the Empire. What is the?
We are
She
the
is the
Empire.
Empire. Now, what does it say on
There
the
you
back?
go, Ariel. I'm the Empire.
No, wait. Let me zoom in. Hold this shirt. Ready?
Yes, hold the
Okay,
shirt.
here we go. Zoom in. She is the Empire, everybody.
Yes,
Thank you.
And on his shirt said, I am the internet, and you are the empire.
yes.
Perfect.